All right, Mo here. So what you're gonna do is you have your piece, right? Take this masking tape and we're going to gently and slowly tape over the piece before we iron it. Gently lay the tape down over the perler piece by piece, and you don't want to layer it on top of each other, because if you layer it on top of each other, meaning like you put a piece down and then you put the next piece down and that second piece is kind of like on top of the first piece, it's going to make it hard to iron, and then some places are going to get ironed better than others and it's going to look raggedy. I usually like to kind of measure it out a little bit and then pull it off. If you fuck it up, it's usually only going to be fucked up like in small little pieces that you can kind of fix manually with the tweezers later. So that's okay, don't worry about it. This is like way more likely to work out than probably what you did. And it's okay, because I've fucked up a lot of pieces before, before I did this method. So give it like some extra room on the sides, like even where there's like no perler, give the tape like a little bit extra room, and you're just gonna gently lay it down and make sure that it's on top of all the pieces. Now I have to fix a few because some of them popped out, which is okay. This is where the tweezers really come in handy. And I'm just gonna tape from edge to edge. And my board is a little bit warped. I don't know if you can tell, but my board is a little bit warped, so I have to be very careful. So there's my second piece. And don't worry if it's not perfect right now, because once you get all the tape on, you can be a little bit more aggressive with it. But right now you just have to be gentle and make sure that the perlers don't pop off. So there's my third piece. And this is really good with like big pieces, like big perlers. You can do it with small perlers too if you're just nervous it's not going to work out, especially if you have a warped board. You can do the taping method. You might feel like, fuck, like, you know, damn, you know, but just calm down, just take a breath. Might even need to walk away from it for a little bit. Just go slow with it. That's really the best way to do this. Just go slow with it. Now we have to make sure that all of the beads are sticking to the tape. This is a little eye drop bottle. So what you're going to do is kind of gently, but kind of with some pressure, make sure that the beads are sticking to the tape. This is just to really make sure that the tape has got it, that the adhesive is working. And you'll kind of see the colors start to be more prominent as they'll kind of pop up, sort of the same way like when you're ironing them and you can see the colors pop up through the ironing paper. You'll see the colors pop up when they are sticking very well. And again, this is to make sure that when you pull the tape off, that all the beads are going to come with it. And you really want to do it up at the top, because the edges, I don't know if you've noticed this, but the edges of a perler are usually the hardest to iron. So, alright. So now we're going to lift it up, and you want to kind of do it like line by line. And like I said, go slow, because this part is really, really the part. So I'm going to peel, and kind of, you want to like kind of lift them up all at the same time, because you don't want to have to like pull too much. It's kind of like when you're trying to like take a sticker off something, like, you know, when you have something that you paid for and you want to like take the pricing label off so the other person doesn't see it when you give it to them. You want to kind of peel it off all together so it can come up all together. So I'm getting these little pieces on the side ready because they were stuck to the sides of the board that didn't have perlers, and I don't want it to be an issue when I get to them, so I want to like lift them up basically. So like I said, if a few pieces pop off, it's okay, because at the end of the day you have this like large ass piece, so don't be worried about like a few little ones that don't make it. You can put them back. So I'm gonna put my board down. Almost there. Almost there. See how the bottom part didn't make it? That's okay, because look, I got this whole other piece. So now I gotta lay it, make sure it's together. And now I can go ahead and play some operation and fix the other pieces. Manually fix some of these ones. Okay, so I put the design back together using the tweezers. Again, you want to be very like chill with that part, very patient with it, and just kind of press them down and make sure they're on the tape. Then you're going to go ahead and iron it with the wax paper like you normally would. Try to make sure that the tape on the end isn't like sticking to each other, because then it's going to start sticking to the wax paper and then it's going to get real weird. So yeah, but other than that, you're pretty much good to go. I just iron it enough to where it's going to stick together, and then I turn it over and then I peel the tape off. It is going to be a little bit harder because keep in mind there's there's pieces of tape on the other side of the beads. That looks good. Alright, so now I'm going to cover it up with something big enough to cover it up with, and just leave it probably about like 5-10 minutes. Maybe 10 depending on how much heat you used. Okay, it's been a minute. So we're going to see how it looks. Alright, not bad. Now, just kind of look, see what pieces you feel like didn't iron really at all. Feel it out. It looks pretty solid. So now what we're going to do is flip it over, and you're just going to peel off the tape slowly. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Do not rush this step, you will regret it. You just kind of take it piece by piece. And just kind of hold it down as you do it, so everything doesn't go at once. And just peel. As well, there's my piece. I'm gonna be careful with it because, like I said, it's not properly ironed yet. But there is my piece. As you can see, it's in the shape of the Excision X with the dinosaur. He's about to destroy the town. So now you can iron as regular, and iron as much as you want or as little as you want. It's up to you.